line, that's it. It is a beautiful thing. Look at that.
Ladies and gentlemen and friends beyond the binary, this is Culinary Delights, the cooking show where two Midwestern moms try to help you feed your hungry boys with recipes that are simple and easy and don't break the bank. I am Amanda Bonanza, and this is my co-host and good friend, Lilith Electra. Hello, Lilith. Welcome to Culinary Delight.
Hi. How's everyone doing today?
Well, I hope everyone's doing great. I can tell you how I'm doing. It's very excited for our recipe today. Yeah. We're both in Detroit right now, and we had Detroit pizza. This has nothing to do with the recipe. We had Detroit pizza the other day, and it was real. And it was really good. We found some awesome Mexican food place, and then we found an awesome Japanese noodle house. We've had really good food since we've been here. Yeah. I've been having a lot of fun in Detroit. I like it.
Yeah, it's a good place.
This is my first time I've ever been here before.
I just moved here 2 months ago. Love it.
We're going to Milwaukee next week, which is where we both grew up. Did you know that?
I did.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. I know where.
Did you know where we grew up, Lilith?
I knew that. That is information I had access to. Yeah.
This is great show right here.
Yeah.
Do we want to dive into this recipe?
I mean, I've kind of told you that like 10 minutes ago. Yeah, let's go.
Well, we dove into the show. We started the show, but now we can start the recipe. It's a celebrity recipe.
Oh God. I wasn't prepared for that.
From a very famous person.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's Snickerdoodles or something.
That was on television. I had a very long career. This is...
Who's Thomas Magnum?
Thomas Magnum.
Is that Magnum P.I.?
It sure fucking is.
Wait, so it's a recipe.
We have to do continuity for the show.
It's a recipe from a fictional character.
Stop making jokes. Stop. We have to show continuity because this is all that nonsense is getting cut out. We gotta go straight from what I said. This is, and then it goes right here with a beautiful heart sweep, and it says Thomas Magnum's crunchy tuna melt, and then you say.
I didn't get a script, but I'm still amazed that it's a fictional character's recipe.
Was his name Thomas Magnum in the show?
I mean, it's Tom Selleck.
It's Tom Selleck. Yeah, I think
Selleck. That's not Tom Selleck's crunchy tuna melt.
This is Tom Selleck's crunchy tuna melt, his own recipe that his mom made for him when he was a kid.
Never had crunchy tuna melt.
Okay. I think it call it that. There's nothing. I've looked at the recipe. There's nothing like outrageous. Oh, you want to just know?
Yeah, you've got all the answers for me.
And this is from Silver Screen Suppers, The Wonderful World of Film Star Dining and Drinking. This website is amazing. Nothing after 1990 made it to this website.
Rutger Hauer's Strawberry Rhubarb Pie.
Oh, the stuff that's in here. We'll get to plenty of it. But this particular one is Thomas Magnum's crunchy tuna melt for when that little voice inside you is hungry. I don't know why they chose that as a tagline.
That's such a weird way to say that. How strange, but okay.
I have made this recipe for Tom since he was a little boy, says Martha Selleck, Tom's mother.
Do you think Tom Selleck knows she's doing this? Or did he find out like, Mom, you're embarrassing me? Because that's what my kids do. My kids are like, Mom, you're embarrassing me.
Probably, yeah. Probably like some ace reporter got an inside scoop into Martha Selleck's life.
TMZ.
It's like,
TMZ
I told you not to talk to my mom.
TMZ caught her at the Bob Hope International Airport and was just like hassling her until she turned over the crunchy tuna melt recipe.
Caught her at Bob Hope's house, hanging out.
And there's the real scandal.
And the scandal they got was this crunchy tuna melt.
Just because it was so important to the movie Batman v Superman, Tom Selleck's mother's name is the same as Batman and Superman.
What?
Martha Kent, Martha Wayne, Martha Selleck.
Oh, I didn't know that. I never saw.
Because they had the same name. That's why Batman and Superman stopped fighting each other, because they realized their moms were both named Martha. It was literally the dumbest thing.
That's a really stupid reason to do anything.
Dumb. Yeah.
But it's a Zack Snyder movie, so it's just stupid.
Don't get me started on that. Let's just go to the next slide before I get started.
I heard a rumor.
No, do not. Oh.
Here's the ingredients.
Wait. Did they scan this out of a newspaper?
It's a photograph. It was a photograph.
As opposed to just typing it out?
Yeah.
Wow.
And so there's 2 6-ounce cans of water-packed tuna, which is like one of the 2 ways you can get canned tuna. The other kind's oil. And which do you like better?
I only eat fresh
Lilith
tuna.
only eats fresh tuna from the
straight from the Detroit River
that day.
I prefer my
tuna. She's never had it in her life.
I prefer my tuna packed in my mouth.
Okay, great.
that was not a good. That was not. I know you're gonna leave all my bad jokes in, and you're gonna cut all my good jokes out.
I don't do that.
I prefer water packed.
I try to give us even jokes.
Water packed.
Water packed tunas. Yeah, I also prefer the water kind. I don't like.
Why would I want motor oil on my tuna? That doesn't make any sense.
It's clearly vegetable oil, but and anyway, motor oil. Come on.
All right.
You're a Motor City. Is that a Detroit reference?
That is. We pack everything in motor oil.
1 cup finely chopped celery.
That's a lot of celery.
That's a lot of tuna. It's 2 cans for a sandwich.
A cup of celery?
1 cup finely. Celery is great, and it definitely belongs in a tuna melt as far as I'm concerned. I put celery.
It's not a tuna melt. It's not a tuna melt. It
is a tuna melt.
It's crunchy tuna.
It's Thomas Magnum's crunchy tuna melt.
I got distracted so much by crunchy that I forgot about the melt.
It's a crunchy tuna melt.
Sure.
1/4 cup finely chopped green pepper, which is another thing that you love. You love green peppers.
No.
Green peppers.
No. Just onions. Give me more onions.
I don't know that green peppers need to be in a tuna melt, but I think those maybe aren't the best flavor profile, but I can see how they're good. Like, I like green peppers.
I'm sorry. Did you grow up to play Magnum PI? No. So
I did not grow up to play Magnum PI, and this is not recipe for me. This is a recipe for Thomas Magnum. So 1/4 cup finely chopped onion. Now, so far as to say, I don't like onions in my tuna sandwiches. I think they add a pungency that doesn't need to be there.
Where does it get crunchy?
I think onions,
the celery,
and green peppers are crunchy. I think all those things are crunchy already. You guess, as in you're not sure that you wouldn't consider celery to be crunchy?
No, I just thought that's stuff that's in all tuna melts.
You were thinking maybe there are some Java.
Like something that was crunchy that's not ordinarily in a tuna melt.
Like some cereal.
Well, no, but just if I told you I was going to make something and I put an adjective in it, and then the thing I made was just a recipe everyone else on the planet uses, you'd be like, well, why'd you use that adjective? And it's just because mine's crunchy. And it's everyone uses celery and onion in their tuna melt.
Well, okay. What would you consider a crunchy ingredient in a tuna melt?
I thought maybe it had those French's onions or something.
Okay, that's a good, yeah.
I would add some crunch.
Dried onions. Yeah, okay.
Or just a big old handful of better made chips.
Those would be way better than fresh onions, actually.
Yeah,
I think they would be better.
I'm no Martha, whatever her name is.
1/4 cup of mayonnaise. Now, does that seem like... Is that
at least 2 cups of mayonnaise. I love mayonnaise.
Is this new?
2 cups, half a cup for the recipe, and
2 cups of mayonnaise. A pint of mayonnaise, you say?
A half a cup for the recipe, and then the rest just for me to snack on. Just a couple spoonfuls of mayonnaise.
1/8 of a gallon of mayonnaise is what Lilith says. A whole fucking jar.
Just go for it. Just mayo that stuff up.
This says a quarter cup, which I was even going to make the argument that you could maybe go a little heavier on the mayonnaise, but maybe not too much. Like, I mean, because
right, you're not going to go with 3 cups, but just 2.
Yeah, you don't want like a super wet tuna sandwich, but like I think 2 cups would be ridiculously excessive and horrible.
Like I said, most of that is just for me to eat on the side, so.
Just a side of mayonnaise?
Just a side of mayonnaise.
Just like a tall glass of mayonnaise.
Just a tall,
go with your crunchy tuna.
A tall sippy cup of mayonnaise.
Coming through a crazy straw?
Yeah.
1 tablespoon lemon juice. We agree with that. Dash of black pepper. Heck yeah. 6 slices of Roman meal bread or other favorite bread. Do you remember Roman meal?
I do remember my grandparents ate Roman meal. Also weird. We do this every time, and I'm like, why aren't there more like
brands,
sponsored stuff, like brands? Like that should be like, why is Roman meal a brand, but like it's not Sunkissed tuna?
Yeah, or like Chicken of the Sea or something. I think in this particular instance, I don't think it was like a sponsored thing. It's just like Roman meal has a very specific taste to it that I've never had another bread that tastes like Roman meal. It's its own thing.
Okay.
And like there's other whole grain breads and wheat breads, but it's like a sweet wheat kind of. Like, how would you describe it?
I don't know. I've never eaten it.
You've never eaten? You just said you did. You said you remember.
No, I said my grandparents always had it at their house.
I remember eating it like when I was a little kid in Milwaukee. Yeah. And I remember it being like a kind of it's not like a 7-grain bread, but it's like it's like a whole wheat, but it's not exactly a whole wheat either. It's like sweeter. It's like halfway between like a whole wheat and a Hawaiian bread kind of. It's actually pretty good if my memory serves, but like looking back, it might be because I was a kid and I didn't know any better. I don't know. If there's anyone out there that
this is like the longest run sentence.
Meal has a story about Roman meal bread, you go ahead and tell us. But he says here you can use any other favorite bread. This is just for Thomas Magnum's favorite.
I say, like, my grandpa mostly ate like Roman meal bread and like made head cheese sandwiches, so I wasn't really lining up for that. He's an old German dude. Like
head cheese is crazy shit. Isn't that like cheese, like chunks of like pig?
It's made from no, it's like made from the head of the animal, but no one would eat head meat, so they call it head cheese. Yeah, it's like congealed together, and it looks like that. It looks like nuggets of meat.
Yeah, it looks like nuggets and stuff. It always looked really gross. I mean, there's all sorts of exotic meats that like I think are somewhat appalling, but like are just like a cultural thing, I guess. Like because it's like I'd never eat tongue. You could eat tongue.
Oh man, if you've never been to a deli and got a tongue sandwich,
I've never got a tongue sandwich. It seems so gross to me.
Oh, it's just like a deli meat. It's so good.
I know that, and it is a muscle.
It's not like there's a sub roll with just like a long tongue on it.
Well, I know that, but like it just the idea of the thing that makes saliva is gross. It's like I wouldn't eat a kidney either. Like it's like what, or like a colon sandwich, like an organ. Like I don't
know if that's a thing.
Well, to me it's a similar level of gross. The pee and the poop is in there, and the spit's in the tongue, and like I don't want no spit in my food. I don't want no cow spit in my food.
I mean, they're not cutting it off a live cow.
I know that, but like, there's no, like I don't know that. I assume the tongue is still fucking moving. Like, come on, it's talking to me. It's like, please don't eat me.
You got to go with a potato peeler and just scrape all the hair off.
Future in the field. 6 slices of cheddar or Monterey Jack cheese. Okay.
Again, never use cheddar if you're melting it.
I agree. It doesn't melt. Don't melt with cheddar. Just don't do it. What's a better melter for Munster, right?
Munster is the melter. If you're making grilled cheese.
American cheese for a tuna melt, honestly.
Yeah.
Monterey Jack's fine, though. I can do Monterey Jack melts well enough, and like, I can do that. You think Swiss would be good on a tuna melt? Probably not.
No, because it's
just robust.
Too strong a flavor.
Yeah, kind of would change it.
Yeah,
those are our ingredients. Not too crazy. Nothing that crazy.
Nothing that I couldn't have just came up with on my own.
Combine the first 7 ingredients. which are the tuna, the celery, green pepper, onion, mayonnaise, lemon juice, and black pepper.
Everything but the bread and cheese.
Yeah, and the bread and cheese, which makes sense. Using an ice cream scoop or large spoon, mound the tuna mixture onto each toast slice. So you got to toast this bread, not just doing it cold, regular bread. It's toasted, so that makes sense.
That's where the crunch comes from.
Yeah, see, there you go. There's your
there you go.
That.
I just solved that.
There it is.
Solved that mystery.
Place the sandwiches on a baking sheet and broil for 2 to 3 minutes till the cheese is bubbly. Make 6 servings. It's a real simple deal. It is a pretty standard run-of-the-mill tuna melt, I'd say. That's all there is to it. That's the whole recipe.
Question.
Yeah.
Why does Tom Selleck's name mysteriously appear there at the bottom of the page?
I don't know. Maybe Tom Selleck is like signing off on this.
He's like, this is my mom
recipe
did make this for me. Sure.
And Tom Selleck's. That's how you know it's authentic, because Tom Selleck's his name is typed on the paper.
I also noticed we've reached the end of this, and we have 8 more slides.
There we go. So, core, this was good, but no wonder it's got loads of things I love in it. Plus, I made it with fancy truffle mayonnaise. I think Tom would be proud of me. That's the author of the website. Have you ever heard the phrase core !
No, but I've also never heard Tom Selleck would be proud of me.
So a thing you need to know that I didn't recreate was when you go to the website, that photo of Tom Selleck is actually a GIF and his mustache wiggles.
Okay.
It's simply delightful. I recommend it. Where would you guess that the phrase core is from? Like, core, this was good.
I mean, because of his ties to Magnum PI, I think it might be like a Hawaiian
thing. I guessed Australian. That was my guess, because I'd never heard of it. I was like, see, I could hear an Australian saying like, "Cool, this is good."
Okay. What is it from? Did you look it up?
Yeah, I did look it up. Core is a British English exclamation used to express surprise, amazement, or admiration. And that's all that qualifies. It's considered informal and somewhat old-fashioned slang.
What?
Yeah, it seems old-fashioned, and that makes sense. Very old-fashioned. I don't know if the person that runs the website is a British person, or if they're just an American that appreciates and knows this phrase and uses it and incorporates Britishisms into their speech. So it originated in the 1930s as an alteration of God. It's sometimes used in the longer form, "Core blimey," which is believed to be derived from "God blind me." I guess
that tuna salad sound better be pretty good then.
Yeah, well, I think it was used correctly. While core is distinctly British, its usage may vary across different regions and generations. Some people who have lived in the UK report never having heard it used in everyday speech. So it's even a weirdo one for the Brits. So like even there's some Brits that are like, I've never heard it.
I never heard of this. What are you talking about? What are you doing? What's going on here? This is stupid.
Stupid. Here we go. Here's what you need. Those are all the ingredients that she used. That's her lemon juice, her mayo, her chopped things, and she uses pretty big chunks of stuff. Like
those are pretty big chunks for a sandwich. Those are
pretty big chunks of onion and green pepper and celery.
That's where you get the crunch from.
Would you use chunks that big in a tuna salad? No, you mince them, right? You mince them up, but maybe they're supposed to be this big.
I don't know.
She sure liked them. She said core that was good. This is what it is under construction. Ice cream scoop.
What? You spread it out.
No, she just plopped it on there, and then added cheese, and
didn't put it in the oven.
That's cheddar for sure.
Oh, this is under construction. Okay,
it's under construction. It's not.
I assume she's gonna melt it. That's
easy.
That's not a part of this recipe. What do you?
And another one tested for the forthcoming Cooking the Detectives book, which is not out yet. I looked. Of course, I cannot let the opportunity pass to share some pictures of Tom Selleck with sandwiches and waterfalls. Can you find the sandwich in this picture?
I can see the sandwiches.
It's hiding there behind a tree.
So,
he's got his watch on.
This is insane. This took an insane turn. This is the longest recipe. Stop! This.
There's old Tom and a sandwich floating.
What? What is she
I don't know
doing?
what kind of sandwich that is. Like a fish sandwich?
I don't know. I mean, it's in the water.
It's in the water.
What is going on? This is all from the website? This is you. Oh, okay.
There's another one there.
What is he doing? That's a McRib. That's a freaking McRib.
It's a meatball. See how
it's a McRib. It is literally
looks like a McRib, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's got like a rainbow and everything. She linked to a website that had actually 54 photos of Tom Selleck in waterfalls with sandwiches.
Why?
It's like what some person does. It's like a really kind of chintzy like website, kind of like early aughts era, like HTML style website. And also they wrote a song about Tom Selleck and waterfalls and sandwiches. If you want to see it for yourself, you can go to selleckwaterfallsandwich.com.
It tells you what you're getting. That's for sure.
54 pictures of Tom Selleck in front of waterfalls with sandwiches and a song. That's all that I could see that was on that website. And then like a link to that person's other art that they do. And this is the end result. This is our tuna melt.
That's so unappetizing. It looks so unappetizing.
It doesn't look very good, does it? And like
burn the bread. Burn the bread.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they put it in the broiler, so it's gonna get toasted on the edges, and that makes sense to me. Well,
you watch it when you put it in the broiler so it doesn't get burned.
Yeah, I know, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. So I wouldn't call that burnt.
I'm sorry, is that supposed to be a salad on the side of the place, or is it just shredded
lettuce for garnish?
I mean, there was no lettuce in the recipe, so I'm just asking.
To make it some pretty enough to go with the Ferrari for Magnum there.
Well, I got a treat for you.
Oh, yeah?
I put the word out as soon as I heard we were doing Tom Magnum's Crunchy Tuna Melt. I put out the word. I found someone who was arrested by Magnum PI.
I bet this review isn't great.
Asked them to review this sandwich. It's not good. It's a 1-star review. And he says, "If you're a former bad guy at Magnum PI, I can tell you this crunchy tuna melt is a crime against taste buds. The tuna was dry and flavorless, and the crunch was more like a stale cracker than a pleasant texture. The cheese didn't melt properly, leaving a rubbery layer that was just plain unappetizing." That's when you use cheddar. "Even my worst schemes had more finesse than this sorry excuse for a sandwich."
Okay, so I've got some issues with this because this no good rotten criminal that was busted by the hero Magnum PI.
I mean, sure.
He did stuff wrong because I've never had dry tuna in a can. Like it's never dry when it comes out of the can. So that's not
maybe Mama Magnum, when she was squeezing it, she squeezed it too much, and then it got dried out in the broiler.
Well, he made it. He made it. I don't think he followed the instructions very well. I think he left it.
Did it tell you how long to put it in the broiler? It just said
2 or 3 minutes. 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay, well, maybe he did 3 minutes.
He must have done 3 minutes because I don't think it worked out. But I've noticed that with these, never mind. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to spoil the magic. But
negative reviews that I'm getting. I mean, I just put out the word.
I think they're all very similar. I think I don't know if you noticed the trend.
I am finding people to write these. It's not like I'm going into ChatGPT and typing.
I don't want to spoil the magic behind what it is.
I mean, I'm getting you a review in 18 seconds.
I can't think of any way one could do that
without putting out a call on Twitter, formerly X, then Twitter, now X again, I don't know, and saying, "Hey, anyone who's ever been arrested by Magnum PI,
have you been arrested by Magnum PI?
Have you made his mom's crunchy tuna melt? If so, send me a review." That's all.
That's incredible.
That's all I can do.
That's the power of social media, folks. Yeah. Thank you for everything.
Yeah.
Thank you for the great gift, Elon Musk.
Here's what I would do. I get a nonstick pan, turn it on low medium, put 2 slices of Munster cheese directly on the pan, put your bread on the cheese, Let it cook until the Munster cheese is like an orangish color and it's crisp to the bread. And then just put the inside in. And then you don't have to worry about the tuna being heated in the oven. You don't have to worry about the broiler doing everything. And then you've got like these crusty cheesy bread with your tuna in the middle.
So you're saying the cheese on the outside.
Am I the only one who does that?
I've heard of something. I've never actually done this before.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? I'm in your house.
You are in my house.
A sandwich.
I will make you one.
I would like to have one of these magic sandwiches, please.
All right. I think sounds great.
Sandwiches sound delicious. I'm pretty hungry. I could eat a sandwich.
I mean, I'll have to go get cheese, but we'll do it.
Well, we could go to the store. We could eat a bunch of stuff. We could go to the store. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, friends beyond the binary, we are going to go to the store today. We're going to get food and we're going to make it and eat it. That's it for Culinary Delights. We'd like to thank you all for joining us for Culinary Delights. If you have made a recipe, if you make this tuna melt, please let us know in the comments and tell us what you think. Let us know. We love to hear from you. If you love seeing this show and you like it so much and you would like to talk to us, tell us everything you feel about it. We'll get back to you in the comments. Or if you really love it and you really want to help the Transverse move forward, you can join the Patreon, which is patreon.com/the Transverse. I think that's right. I hope that's right. And of course, you can send us a message anytime. We're in the Transection Discord, and we use our names. I'm Amanda Bananas, Lilith the Lecturer. You can find us there and DM us or talk to us or just hit us up. We'll talk to you in there. We can also get an email at media@thetransverse.net. And then all that other stuff. And then watch the other shows on the Transverse. Watch our show, Transition Tuesday on Tuesdays at noon. And then watch all of our shows. And then watch all of the Transverse shows. And then hit the like and subscribe button.
Gee, authoritarian.
Well, you got to do the
Watch
thing.
all the shows.
Watch all the shows. And you know what? I'll take it a step further. Tell people about the shows. Get more people watch the good. You have people that love food and eating sandwiches, then you should tell them about Culinary Delights.
Maybe they love seeing beefy dudes in waterfalls with sandwiches floating in the background.
Tom Selleck eating sandwiches on waterfalls.
To be fair, he wasn't eating anything.
He was vibing.
He was just like vibing with a sandwich.
He was vibing with a sandwich at a waterfall. It's pretty delightful. That's it for Culinary Delights. Show's over.
Ooh.